Welcome to episode 233 of a Cigar Hustler podcast. I didn't look for the light. You too can become part of our podcast family and invest in our show. Put our products in front. Put your products in front of your products.
Or ours. It doesn't matter. You can pay for ours.
If you want to pay for ours too, that'd be perfectly all right too.
Yeah, we like that.
Listeners and viewers every week, we are heard on 12 different podcasts of ours weekly all around the world. To have your ad read right here without him talking over the top of me, contact me, Mike, at mikeandmikeproductions.com. Remember to please rate, comment, and subscribe on whichever of our many 13 podcast providers you choose.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, you might as well just go out to the other ones too and go ahead and subscribe to all. YouTube. If you're
subscribe everywhere?
Just subscribe and like.
Subscribe to all of them.
Subscribe and like.
And if you go to YouTube, make sure you hit the bell so you get the little notification.
I appreciate the consistent comments that we get from a handful of people.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, we might as well just say their name, give them credit. Anne-Marie is constant.
Yep.
Constant.
And now you're commenting back. I make one comment and you're all over it.
I'm all over it now. So I mean, I figured it was one thing.
Anne-Marie, who else you got? John Yogi.
John Yogerlight, Stephen Wells, Mark Gordon.
Sometimes a surgeon.
Sometimes a cigar jerk. If we mention him on the show, he will comment on the show.
Oh,
so, So, well, okay, say his name.
The cigar surgeon.
No.
Well, we're going to kind of do this a little out of order, but at least we're going to do one quick
I have the story right here.
And you do that, and then we call the guy.
And then we call the
guy, and then we go back about how was your day.
Our exclusive interview. Exclusive. Mandatory exclusive. All other interviews were pushed back exclusive.
And you're going to get full on Matt, I think, right now.
Did you wake him?
No, he's ready to go. He's fired up.
Oh, part of the story's gone. As we all know, Scandinavian Tobacco last week acquired Room 101 Cigars and Matt Booth's Soul. So
it came with the soul.
For an undisclosed large amount of money, I'm sure.
Yes.
And a helicopter and possibly a yacht, I heard. I'm not exactly sure.
A yacht and a helicopter.
Well, you have to have the helicopter get to the yacht.
And
the yacht is so big, it can't pull up to land.
I get it.
So that's why the helicopter.
I get it.
Yes.
So, as you guys a lot of you already know that Matt is a dear friend of the show.
Yes.
And
you do many collaboration cigars with him.
I wouldn't say many, but a couple so far.
You've done more with him than anyone else at this point.
Yeah, that's true.
No, tied. No, it isn't.
It's not tied.
Yeah, nope. Just the Bangarang with Espinosa and Who Shot Ya and the Shepherd.
There's a different, Matt is at a different level when you say, hey, I want to do a collab and I want to put stuff together.
Right.
He's like, okay, and he'll start working on it.
Right, yeah.
Where Eric Espinosa's approach is different.
Yeah, you got to talk to, you start with Jack, and then Jack moves you to Hector, and Hector goes, I don't know, you got to talk to Eric. And you talk to Eric, and he goes, I don't know, you got to talk to Hector.
Yeah.
And then Hector goes, I don't know, ask Jack. And then it's just
there's a whole thing.
Right.
There's a whole thing.
Or, you're talking to Richie, you got cigars coming now.
Right.
And
you got to, sometimes you got to handle the
Eric's
labels.
looking for the magazine where he wrote the price down in the margin.
Right. It's like, it's somewhere in here.
Hold on. It's in this. Who's got my magazine? It's somewhere in the magazine.
That's somewhere in the magazine.
Bro,
all right. So, hey, we're getting off topic here.
I hate these bagels, but give me another one.
So let's call
Mr. Boothie.
Mr. Matthew.
I'm surprised they went into business with him because
why buy stuff from a dick?
Apparently they do. So I don't know.
What in the happy horse shit is going on here?
Are you calling from the helicopter or the yacht?
Yeah, whatever came with the
whatever came with the deal.
It's actually a gold-plated 22 karat, not 24. Obviously. Saddam Hussein helicopter.
Oh, nice. Saddam Hussein.
Yeah. You worked that out the paperwork, huh? Very nice.
With a gold toilet in the back.
Oh, wow.
Some people have a limousine with a hot tub.
Yes.
This is what I have.
Helicopter with a gold
Actually,
toilet.
it's more like a Gaddafi helicopter. That would be the more appropriate vibe, I think.
You can kind of poop in midair and just kind of eject it
Oh,
out.
it falls out the back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dropping bombs.
Fly over Sokka's house and just drop one on him?
No,
Not Sokka's house.
You gotta be nice, Sokka.
No, not Sokka's house.
You gotta be nice.
Yeah, no, you have to be nice to him, man, because he, as an industry veteran, has been very kind, in some of his, and very kind in some of the things that he's had to say, I know, about our recent news.
Yes, he did.
And
that is true.
the dude's a pro.
That's true.
The dude's a pro, man,
Yeah, I think that some people have actually made this comment already, but it is kind of the natural progression of things, right? Some people, you always have your critics. Everybody likes to fucking call their shots from the cheap seats. But in all reality, more often than not, you're going to see more of this going on in the future. Would you agree or disagree, my friend?
What are we actually in the fuck talking about right now?
I have no fucking idea.
We're talking about
a boutique cigar brand building itself up to the point where
someone
it wants
as
to
fancy
be
as yourself
consumed by a larger entity,
joining the powers of the bigger behemoths.
Oh, in terms he would understand.
You're talking about the first craft brand acquisition by a major player in the history of our industry. Is that what you're discussing?
That. Just that.
Oh shit! Snippy snap, snaps to the sky.
He puts it that way. It sounds very impressive.
You sandbagging motherfucker.
I mean, it's highly sexual, is what it is. But it's not only is it erotic and provocative and that type of groinal vernacular, but it's also provocative when you think about from the sense that like that is valid. Like this is the first craft brand that's been acquired by a larger company, and this is kind of not that we needed that to occur to validate what all of us have been doing for many years in the craft segment, including building it to begin with, right? This segment of the market. But to me, I think it's the first, definitely not the last. I think that this is indicative of an attitude shift towards the value of brands in general, right?
Yes.
In general.
Nice.
Generally speaking,
is that in the contract? Do you have to drop that name every so often?
Do you like that?
Yes.
Yeah, I just thought that was cute. I'd put that out there.
Oh, a little bonus. They didn't have to pay for that. That was free, gratis.
No, that one's free. Little taster, that's free.
Right.
But we'll get
that up later. Yeah, we'll work.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I think generally speaking, it's been, and this was actually, over the years, I've shared many conversations with guys in our space, and sometimes I've called upon vets senior to me for advice, and I remember a very well-established industry veteran at one point told me, he said, the big companies don't value the human heartbeat. Mm-hmm. They can't bring themselves to place value on the human heartbeat, and effectively what he was suggesting was that a good deal of their attitude towards branding was that it was unimportant. It was the might and the power of their machine.
Right.
And nothing else. Right. Mm. And, you and I could sit here for the rest of, this is a show.
Well, yeah. I mean, cigars need a soul, man. You know what I mean? That's honestly something that I've been thinking about all week. The reality is that if you're fucking just making some bullshit cigar, good marketing will take you so far, right? If you're making a good cigar that tastes great, a great cigar will take you so far. But as far as a brand or a product actually having legs to last for a really long period of time, it needs a soul. It has 100%. It has to have meaning to the creator. Now, whether people figure it out or whatever the case may be, I think that's who knows if that makes a difference or not. Because I think that you can put a lot of cryptic shit on a cigar, and it have a lot of meaning to you, and it would sustain as long as it was a good cigar. So
I've said the exact same thing in slightly different words. That's exactly true, and I think that. Like just to kind of echo your sentiments, if you produce a product with soul, whether they can identify that element specifically as what attracts them to the product, it hits deeper, it hits harder, right? And because if your product is authentic, then in some quietly overt fashion, it reeks of authenticity. And as they walk by it on the shelf, they are drawn to it because of that.
Right.
And only because of that, because the flash and the nice colors and the this and that only last so far if what you are slanging is actually, generic leaf fodder.
Right.
I think that people like to invest themselves into brands that have soul and invest their money into products that are birthed from brands that have soul.
Right.
I think that's the math, man. And I think that that's one of the critical keys to longevity. You got to come with it and you got to be for real.
Absolutely. Okay. So now let's, moving on real quick. Now, the last time you were here, when you were on the podcast, I don't know if anybody understood this, but you made a indication of this is where you see the future of the industry going. Bigger companies acquiring smaller companies.
He did, didn't he?
Now, you said this, and I was like,
I may have said such things.
And I don't know exactly how far ago that was, but I think it was maybe 3 months ago or so, maybe a little further.
It was further back than that.
Yeah.
It was whenever I had come out and we rocked that little event.
Oh,
was it during the event?
Yeah.
It was during the event.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I think that was about 3 months ago. So how long has this been in the making?
I'm glad you asked. How long does it take to put a deal like this together?
Yeah.
Well, considering that cigar years are like dog years, we started talking about this 75 years ago, or at least it would feel that way. I honestly, this to be very open, gapingly with honesty, I would say that this is a byproduct of years of flirtation. However, the entire process took less than a year.
Okay.
But I think if you invest yourself in something like that, I think you can expect to be in the driver's seat on that for a year. And if you get it done before that, then more power to you. How
many hand jobs were required from Justin Andrews in order to get this deal done? Just out of curiosity.
The carpal tunnel that I am dealing with at this point is substantial.
But his carpal tunnel, not your carpal tunnel.
I can't even. Oh! I thought no.
He's the fanboy. Come on.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's why he was following him around at the TV.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, that was a part of it.
Working out, working out every picture. Yeah.
When he couldn't find Matt, he was like, "I cannot find him. It's my job to make sure all his needs." He said in parentheses are handled.
Right, his needs are met.
Right.
Erection handled.
I just feel grateful that people want to handle my needs.
That's it. That's it.
I feel.
It's all you can ask for anymore. It's a cold world. So
think you're correct.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a cruel and harsh world, and I mean, if you can strive to keep your penis hard within this world, I think you're ahead of it. And that's all you could ask for.
But now, all kidding aside, though, was he an integral part of trying to put everything together or making introductions? Because he's kind of a visionary.
He might have found out when the rest of us found out, though, too.
There's no fucking way.
Well, what's interesting about Justin is I've known him since the first year I was in the business, and he worked for a very small craft brand at the time with a gentleman named Lou Rodriguez. So he knows the game from, the concrete level, and he has worked his way up, into the position he's in today. So he and I had actually traded some. I'm sorry, my son is joining us now. Come here, son. But you must see. I'm recording a show with your uncle, so you got to.
Grayson.
Yeah, Grayson's here now. He's shouting you out, bro. Hold on. What do we got here? We got some.
Hello.
Hey, Grayson. How are you, buddy?
Good.
Are you having fun?
Yep.
You got the day off from school? It's summertime?
Yeah.
Awesome. You playing any video games or anything?
He has all
I
of them.
have a Nintendo. I played a lot of games yesterday, but I was about to play some games.
Nice. What are you going to play?
Metroid, bro.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I'm going to play.
Metroid's a good one.
He did N, by the way. Oh, T. Oh, T. Yeah, teen adolescence rating. Grayson is.
He's
this
advanced.
is like his. Yeah. Oh, he's advanced.
Oh, he's
This was a big deal at the store. It's
Big
like, but it's T. And I was like, yeah. But Daddy wants to play that too. Oh yeah. So where were we
Justin Andrews
before we were so
Yes.
moved up on the ladder.
Justin and the carpal tunnel.
Carpal
Yeah,
tunnel.
exactly. Right.
Yeah. So Justin and I long ago have discovered that we worked really well together, and I think that he was a champion for this internally as much as he could be. You know, I think a lot of people think that there's some like maniacally formed or very solid pathway in business, or when you work with a larger company, that they're just really put together. And although I've come to know these guys as a company that are far more put together than most,
Right.
it's a very fluid, strange, almost erotic process. Like there's a whole lot of like living, breathing, fleshy type components of a deal like this, right?
Right.
In the art of deal doing. Yeah.
Now
It's a unique experience to go through. It was the first time I'd been through it. So it was very unique. Grateful for the experience.
Now, I mean, I guess it kind of is the first time, right?
Hope they were gentle with you.
They were.
Good.
They wore the velvet glove.
Oh, it's very nice.
Well, I mean, given your time and experience in the industry and some of the deals that have gone your way and have blown up, and you've had to go backwards and redo all those things, I think that you're a little more prepared this time around for like an acquisition of this type, right? That's safe to say.
Yeah, I mean, I was in the best position I possibly could have been.
Right.
You know, both in time and grade and experience, et cetera.
Now these guys,
And
Okay.
they've always been super fair with me. You know, and that's all I really ask for is like we create a situation where everybody wins,
yeah,
and that's what we've got.
you have to have a win-win. If you don't have a win-win, you have no deal, man. The deal always will blow.
I mean, yeah, well, dude, a one-sided victory is a momentary victory. You know,
Right.
one person wins, that's a one-shot deal. You know,
Right. Now, I mean, for the most part, these guys work out of some of the same factories that you already work with, correct?
well, they own one of the factories that we work with. However, a good deal of our production rests outside their own company-owned facilities. So we work with William Ventura, we work with Hoya, and are expanding the offerings that we're producing with them this year, as well as AJ, and we've done a couple smaller batch, very very exclusive, mind you, items with Oliva.
Yes. Indeed, that is accurate. And nobody knows
that is correct.
no one knows what you're talking about except me.
No, and he's grinning ear to ear. So
Nobody knows what we're talking. Oh, okay. I don't know if it's a secret. Is that a secret? I don't know if that's a secret.
apparently till Lisa's show's over.
Here's what I could tell you when it comes to some of our ventures together and our collabs. I tend to be more cryptic on those things than I have been in the past. It doesn't matter. To be honest, it doesn't matter. And whatever you say, you want to say. But, when it comes to total openness, I'm very open and honest with everything post-Anya, right? As far as anything else with my collaborations are called, and and the creations of them, I'm taking that in a different direction where I'm not giving out any information to a point where I think I'm pissing off Charlie Minato of Half Wheel. He's like, hey, get ready to learn nothing this time around.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it.
I get a kick out of it. It feels funner, I don't know if that makes sense.
Funner? Is that
more fun? Whatever.
More fun?
I'm very dumb.
More fun.
I barely graduated.
You're the dumbest.
I'm the
dumber?
more dumb?
You're the more dumb.
More dumb?
You're the more dumb in the room.
I'm the more dumb. So, all right. So you're still going to be able to continue working with the factories that you've worked with in the past, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, because like the bigger issue, is like people like to talk shit, right? As soon as something happens, everybody fucking knows it all. I know. This is crazy.
No.
This is a crazy theory, and everybody's like her. Well, there goes Matt. Well, not everybody, but there are some, right? So, like the first cigar that you make with STG, it's got to be a fucking banger. right? I mean, you got to knock it out of the park just to shut them the fuck up, right?
Well, here's the deal. We will expand what we do with them in their own company facilities, and we're going to expand what we do outside of their company-owned facilities, because the entire, one of the linchpins of this deal becoming a reality was that this brand would remain authentic to its original spirit in every way, shape, and form. That it would be empowered by their machine, but not overpowered by it, right? And I think we understand as brand builders ourselves. I think that we both understand what I'm saying when I say that, is that there's a difference between infusing and then just straight just skull fucking to death,
right?
A brand, right?
100%, 100%. And
although some people may pay extra for that on vacations to Thailand, this is not the case where we want to apply this type of methodology. Right?
Yeah, I mean, the skull fucking always ends. So in that scenario, what would happen is you'd be the victor. You would win. With your checks, and they would have this fucking thing that just bleeds out and dies, which you don't want either. Because it's your brand, it's your legacy. It's incorporated in other industries as well. So
that's correct.
You want it to succeed. You want to see it succeed. It's in your best interest for it to succeed. It's in their best interest for it to succeed. That fucking 100%. Makes sense. Yeah.
And look, this is a space that they do not play in.
No.
Well, now they do.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah, because because putting a fucking gear on a cigar that wasn't necessarily the best idea.
I'm not gonna.
Nor should you.
What I like and don't like.
I'm just. Yeah. I don't think you should at this point.
Right. No.
However, I have no problem fucking harassing.
Eyes on the check.
Right.
Bad mouth.
Right. We could talk about the missteps, but the fact of the matter is, if any president or CEO walked up to me, they'd be like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it. Just fucking leave me alone." So.
Don't worry, you'll just be buying this brand another 5 years. Thank you in advance, and here's my card. You'll remember the P arrow thing. You'll remember that.
Right.
Allow it to burn into your gray matter, and you'll be back.
That's it.
So, but I think that's the most critical message to get out there. That this is, look, I started this brand in my apartment, Melrose in Genesee, 2003. I was polishing rings on top of my toilet because it was easier to clean the fucking dust from the rouge up off my bathroom tile than it was in my living room, right? And so no one cares more about this brand than I do. Right, and I don't really think anyone ever could.
Nope.
To be very honest with you. And that's not a slight to, because there have been people that there are people that have come into the fold with us that have dedicated themselves to our brand, our cause, far more than I could ever bring myself, I think, to dedicate to someone else's brand.
Right.
Because of the way that I'm wired. And it's staggering and humbling also simultaneously to see that type of connection to something that you created that you care so much for. Mm-hmm. But my point is that because I care that much for it, I will forever be its caretaker.
Right.
No matter ownership transfer or not, this is something that I am dedicated to maintaining and to continuing to foster the growth. And by the way, when I say fostering the growth, we're going to grow this brand with this company by our side that to places where I could have never taken it myself. Never. In my wildest fucking wet ones, as we would have said when we were 13, right? So, or today being adult juveniles in the cigar business. So my point is that this is the best of both worlds. And we have a shared vision and we are aligned in terms of how we want to continue to grow the branded business.
Right. So are you going to have your own booth now at PCA, or are you going to be in their booth, or what's that?
Well, they don't have a booth at PCA.
Oh, that's right. They don't.
So I'll just have a Room 101 booth there and, just do my thing.
And then Justin Andrews will be hanging out with you.
Yeah.
Hey, just here, just
waters and coffees and things. Yes,
what we should do is we should get a branded, a bowling, the wrist brace thing. And you should just give that out to certain folks at the show. You're going to need this.
You're going to need this for later.
Yeah, you're going to need this.
And don't explain.
Yeah. No. They if Matt Booth hands you a wrist brace, you very Well, no.
You'll have an idea.
You'll have an idea what it is.
It should say Room
Yeah,
101
no-
PDH on it. Professional dick holder.
Yes. Yeah.
That's it. You know.
Yeah, man. So, dude, it's very exciting.
Yes.
Dude, it's 100% the best thing that could have possibly happened to our brand in this business at this stage of its development. Best thing that could have happened to our family, and the best thing that could have happened for all of our brand supporters too, simultaneously. It's like everybody fucking wins. And I'm to say I'm excited about it would be a slight and an insult to the level of excitement
Yes.
I have for this.
I mean, I could tell that I mean, listen, man, we briefly spoke about this last week, and you were very excited then, and I can tell on the phone that the tempo has not changed by any fucking degree whatsoever. So I'm excited
That
for
is
you.
correct,
Man.
sir.
I'm excited for you, and I'm very happy for you, and I look forward to continuing to do stuff with you and seeing your company grow. So,
My man.
yeah, man.
And likewise, man.
Absolutely.
And likewise. Same.
I appreciate you, brother. And Palmer, do you have any questions to add to Mr. Booth before we let him go?
No, just congratulations, Matthew. It couldn't happen to a nicer guy. It's very.
My man.
Look at that.
Yes. I've always liked Matt.
Wow, look at
he's
Tom.
very nice.
Yeah.
Hey, I do have a quick question. What does creative director do exactly?
So basically what I do is I tell them what to do in the realm of brand building as it relates to my brand. I direct. What I will do is I will still do everything that I've always done for my brand in terms of product development, blend development,
Right.
Market programming, working. Well, now I will have a sales staff of a crew of absolute industry veterans and animals in the streets, also peddling our wares, and I will work directly with them to ensure that our messaging is on point, that the brand is flowing into market the way that we see fit to sustain long-term solid growth. I just won't have to pay for it.
Does this mean that you're going to move to Florida or no?
Absolutely not. Well, we might move to Florida. I like that whole, we talked about that thing is the OJ has the crib there. They can't take it from him. And you never know what's going to happen. You never know who's going to come and be like, hey, it's America, so anybody can sue anybody for anything. And I'll be like, oh, cool. I'm in Florida, though, so no house.
So good.
No house for you.
That's right.
So good luck with that.
Yeah.
Right, I have Homestead. You can't take this. I'm very sorry.
So no house for you.
Boom. So there's that.
Yeah.
I suppose. Yeah. So basically, I will do all the things that I do best as it relates to our brand's business, but I won't have to call up the band manufacturer and scream at them 3 times because my bands are going to be 2 months late.
Right.
Or I received my shipment of bands at the factory and my flower is literally printed offset from the foil stamping.
Right.
And it looks like a cheap cut. All these things that you know very intimately are ever present in this business and ever present in any craft brand owner's life. The only challenge for us as small business owners is that it just hurts a lot more. Right? Because you have to absorb every penny of every loss, and that comes in the form of, product mishap or delay. You're delayed and you can't make business that you would have made at that time. Right. You are now set back, Right. And so these are the things that in this space, not in the other spaces that I delve in, dilly-dally?
Oh, I like
philander about within.
Dilly-dally.
That I philander about within these other industry spaces. I still carry the weight of the daily operation of my business on my shoulders. I have just been alleviated of that
the little tedious,
in this space.
The little tedious problems and things. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, good for you.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Because
good
now I have a machine.
Right.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have some power behind you.
Okay, my friend. Well, we're going to let you go.
Yes, we appreciate you making time for us and pushing everyone else back so that we could be first.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's very nice.
That is correct.
Very nice.
That is correct. Oh, shit. You heard it here first.
That's right.
That's right. This show will actually go up today.
Well, I mean, other than, like all the people that posted about it.
Right.
But,
Yeah, but see, nobody, I specifically asked about the creative director because in Half Wheel, Charlie said there had been no explanation of what his creative director job would be.
So there you go, Charlie.
Right.
We'll
There
handle.
you go, Charlie.
We'll handle your work.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Take care of that for you,
Charlie.
Charlie. Still not telling you what's in the next cigar either, just so you
That's
know.
why you're not gonna fucking have any idea what's in the next cigar.
He said, I don't know what anybody's doing. I don't know what's in anybody's cigars. Nobody's telling me anything anymore. Poor Charlie.
It's fucking awesome.
Well, enjoy the day with your son, my friend.
Yes, enjoy those video games.
I will, my brethren, and thank you for taking the time. And I'll see you out there, man. I'll talk to you soon.
You got it,
All right,
brother.
man.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys. Take care. Later.
There you go, man. Mr. Matt Booth,
I
Room
didn't know where to
101
hang
Cigars.
up, turn it off.
I got it. I got you covered.
No, I know. I almost hit stop on here. I was going to
don't do that. Oh.
Cut the camera
Shut
off.
it down.
Shut it down. Okay, we're finished. We could. That's a solid 30 minutes. We could release this
Yeah,
as
but
a special.
well, you know what? It's we can table the news today because
there's not really anything good.
All right, cool. I got a couple things I got to address. Anyways, we have a present here from Romatron.
Oh.
Yes, and I meant to open it last week, but I was
just real quick. You were
Yep.
correct. Hiram and Solomon is going with PDR.
yes.
That's who's making their cigars now.
Right.
So you were correct. You said that last week.
There you go.
And David Blanco is now eating lunch exclusively at PDQ. No relation, but he announced that also.
Don't call us David.
Yeah, David, don't call again.
David, don't call.
And the governor of Florida has signed a bill allowing beach and park smoking bans except for premium cigars.
Excellent.
So you can smoke cigars on the beach, no cigarettes, no pipes, no nothing else.
Because they're just fucking leaves, man.
That's right.
They're just leaves.
The governor's such a nice man.
He's all right.
Right. All right. Let's do the present.
Okay.
Get this out of the way there. There we go.
So, Romatron.
Yes.
This is an interesting fact that I learned on one of our conversations.
Yes.
He is a collector
Yes.
of like old iron pans and stuff. Like
frying pans?
Yeah, like stuff that's
Cast iron. Oh.
hundreds of years old
Right.
type shit.
Oh.
So then he's like, hey, you know what? I'm just going to send you some things.
Send us some pans.
Yeah.
Thank you for the pans.
Well, these are unique pieces.
Oh, gotcha.
You know, this is stuff that's
What-
hundreds of years old.
We can't. I don't know what we're gonna do with these giant pans.
We'll cook with them.
Oh, they're usables.
Why wouldn't they be usable?
I don't know. I thought maybe they were like decorative or something.
He gave me a whole long text explaining all of it, but I don't want to read all that right now. I think.
Oh yeah, no. Oh, and then
Palmer. Thank you. This is why. See,
Michael got me that knife. I don't know, it was 6 years ago maybe
For his birthday.
for a birthday. It's a very expensive knife, and he has never bought one for himself now because
I got a guy.
he just asked me for the knife.
I have a Palmer.
It's really rough at Christmas when he calls me to come over to cut the kids' boxes and stuff open after they open the presents. But you know, you do what you got to do.
It's worth it.
Right.
All right. Now he was really
Brittany
nervous
makes
about
that French toast.
the delivery of these things because apparently this sort of thing cracks very easily.
Cast iron.
Yeah.
Oh. So if anything's broken, don't tell him.
Oh, we're gonna.
Can you
find
do
out right now.
the single camera?
Let's see here.
So this is for Brittany to do more cooking.
Look at this thing.
Don't drop it. Ah, nice.
Look at that, huh? For the one egg.
Well, it's got the things on the side. You can put butter in it and pour.
There you go.
Pour stuff.
He said that the level of
No,
stuff.
you're not ashing it, Phil.
The level of stuff that he has, like the amount of stuff, it's literally enough that he could retire off.
If he sold it?
Yeah.
Oh, a pool floaty.
Yeah, he wanted to make sure that they didn't crack, so he's.
Oh,
we got noodles. I'll be beating this with you for you later.
Oh, all right. You're
Looking forward to that.
beat me later.
I mean, look at this shit. This stuff looks brand new.
It does.
Look at that thing.
Is it like eons old? I mean, it's very well kept. Could he?
I feel like this is
Could
pretty
he
old.
clean up my ashtray if I send it back to him and get all this rust and stuff
He
off?
probably could.
I was just looking at that when Matt was on the phone.
Probably could. All right, Roma.
I had to grease up my Blackstone yesterday. I hadn't used it in a while. It was got some rust on it.
So far, we're 2 for 2, nothing broken. I don't think anything's broken in this packaging, but he was super.
No,
nervous about it.
he's.
Oh, matching.
Oh, I'm sure it all matches.
2 eggs.
Oh, maybe one's for me, one's for you.
Huh? And they all say different stuff, but I think they're all American made. Old school.
I don't think we've
old school
ever
things.
imported cast iron.
But there's this is a whole industry. This is crazy.
Sure, there's a big display at every Cracker Barrel.
I think that may be it. I think we're good.
Ah.
I'll double check, but got 2 little ones and a big one.
2 little ones and a
Look
big
at
one.
that. Well, thank you very much, Romachan. We
Yes,
appreciate that.
thank you.
This thing is
Very
fucking
nice.
ridiculous, man. Looks like
Kill somebody. What's it say on the bottom of that one? Let me see the bottom of
This
that
one
one.
says used to kill Palmer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Cast iron skillet 8, Griswold.
Oh, the Griswolds from
Christmas Vacation. Yeah. Erie, Pennsylvania, USA.
Oh, then what do the other two say? Well, look at the condition of that thing. I mean, if he had to clean this up himself, it's an excellent job.
Right. This one says Wagner Ware, made in USA.
Oh.
And this one says Lodge. And
I'm familiar with the Lodge brand.
And he obviously knows more of it than I do. So,
Yes.
I'm sure there's a breakdown by every company and when it was built and stuff like that. But hey,
That's very nice.
thank you, Romatron.
Yes.
Douglas Pendleton.
Yes.
He asked me a question that he wanted answered on the podcast, and it's going to break down this. It's going to go into this whole fucking thing.
Okay.
And it's going to be a little bit of a time suck.
We have 25 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, I think I feel like I can get
You can get in 25
at least
minutes?
a solid 15 out of this.
Okay.
So he was asking specifically, why did I name the company Poshik? Why did I name Postania? And
Right.
what's the purpose of all of it?
Right. Other
So-
than the Jewish
Jewish-
Polish heritage.
Well,
the Jewish,
yeah, I don't
the Jewish
think-
heritage.
yeah.
That you and your brother have.
Yeah, the
Shalom.
Jewish heritage. Yes. Yeah. A lot of matzo balls.
Lots. It's a soup. It's a good soup. That's why Greg's so schmedium.
Yeah, that's why he's growing out his locks as
Lots
a
of. All right.
Yeah.
He's going to be a Hasidic Jew.
Yeah, because he's getting married.
He's going to have the hat. And,
Yeah,
right.
he's going to break the glass at the wedding.
Right.
It's going to be fantastic. Yeah.
Ooh, can we do the glass?
We're gonna lift him up in the chair. It'll be great.
Oh.
Hopefully, he drops a few more lbs though.
Right.
because-
Yeah. We're going to get some bigger people in here.
Yeah. Okay, so Poshik Inc. is a company, is the mother company for wholesale,
Yes.
and Poshik stands for hustle. So
Even I didn't know that.
it's linked into Cigar Hustler, right? So it's Hustle Inc. Right.
Oh.
So that's really the creation of Poshik.
Gotcha.
Now, Postania means uprising, and Postania is really kind of unique. And I'm kind of going back to the thing that I mentioned with Matt. It's like every cigar that you make, if you're a real cigar maker, it needs to have a soul.
One fell.
Every cigar that
He was so enthralled in the story, he was just listening, not even paying attention.
Cigars need a soul, man. If you want to see a cigar succeed, it has to have purpose. It has to have a soul,
Right.
in my opinion. So Postania was originally created so that other retailers that have tried to step on me in the past couldn't control it, right? And it's linked to World War II soldiers, uprising, stuff like that. It's near and dear to me because the simple aspect is this. We're a smaller retailer. We don't have unlimited funds. We don't have tons of friends politically or anything like that. But it doesn't matter if you're coming after us and you have all these things. I don't give a fuck. We're going to fight back and we're going to win, right? So that was my purpose of naming it kind of Postania, right? So that's why those two companies are different. You can go ahead and go back to camera too. But I'm going to take it one more step and really kind of break down everything else, right?
Okay.
So because we have these other interesting kind of releases, right? And they all have fucking a soul,
Right.
So I think Hushacha was the first one.
Yeah, I was going to say Bangarang, not that's more of a fun.
No,
The name?
Bangarang has a purpose as well.
Well, that came out before Hushacha.
Bangarang was first.
Yes.
Okay, so then Bangarang was first, and I'll go ahead
Because
and
we got the sample. We tried them at the PCA last year.
did we?
Hector brought them there. Or he shipped them here, and we took a bundle there, and we all smoked them together.
Okay, so obviously Bangarang is in reference of the movie Hook.
Right, yeah.
There's a cat in there by the name of
Rufio.
So Rufio, for me, growing up as a kid, was a guy that I fucking loved. I watched the movie a million times.
Right.
And, he was just this overall badass. And, he made comments, like he made a comment at the end that, he always wanted a dad like Peter Pan before he died. Right. So, not saying that my dad sucked, but, my dad didn't really spend a ton of time with us, and he probably chose the bottle a little bit more than he should have. So, for me, that was a big relation. And like when Rufio said all those things in the movie, I was like, man, I fucking hear that. So like I dug that character, and that's why I decided to build Bangarang.
Okay.
All right. Hushacha is kind of parlayed back into the Postania line in the essence of, we have had a back and forth with some of our enemies.
Yes.
And, and I feel like more often than not, they have definitely underestimated us. So, the statement was like, when you got fucked up, the real question is, who shot you, right? So, who actually came at you and doesn't really give a shit. So that's really the reference point of who shot you.
Okay.
Right. I think the Shepherd's a little more
Do you want
transparent.
to explain the numbers on the who shot you?
No.
Phil would like you to, apparently.
No.
He's very excited.
No. I think that, look, I like putting cryptic shit on the cigars. I think that there's putting
But
more.
it's not even fun if you don't divulge what it is, though,
I
eventually.
think that actually, to be honest, it makes it more fun for me.
Well, is that cigar ever coming out again?
I believe it will.
Oh.
Yeah, I believe it will. Maybe.
If it's never going to happen again, it'll just sort of, the whole legend and mystery of the number will just fade away unless you tell people.
Maybe
what
a
it
different
is.
Vitola. Who knows?
Yeah. A bigger bullet-shaped cigar.
Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe a different blend.
Oh.
But the same Vitola. Only time will tell. Only time will tell.
I feel like it was a hint of some sort, Phil.
The Shepherd was a little more transparent because that's definitely something a more and more back and forth that we have on the show.
Right.
And I feel like more people understand it. Again, it's the same reference when it comes back. Samuel L. Jackson was Jules in Pulp Fiction.
Right.
And it was Ezekiel was the verse that he would always say before he fucking killed everybody.
Right.
Right. So then as the movie kind of progresses, he feels like he shouldn't be saying it the way that he's saying it, and he kind of determines that, the person across the table when they're trying to steal his money and briefcase, he tells him that you're the weak and I'm the tyranny of evil men.
Right.
But I'm trying real hard to be the shepherd. And, that's definitely how I feel more often than not when it comes to working with other retailers in the industry, people that kind of doubt us. It's like, dude, you don't fucking get it. And please don't make me put my fucking bullet in your head, right? I'm trying my best here.
Phil taking our picture.
He's saving this for later, I guess. I don't know. Phil's all over it.
Oh.
Phil, you okay, buddy? You sure? You got anything to say? I got that mic there for you. I got something to say.
Hello.
Oh, excellent job, Phil. And that's why we keep Phil's microphone turned off.
So that's why the Shepherd has its name. And
Right.
and again, I think that all the brand Postania, the collab cigars have all had great success. They've all done extremely well, and I think that they'll continue to do well and will continue to grow as long as the cigars that we choose to create continue to have meaning and a soul.
Right.
So that's the whole story in a nutshell.
There you go, Mr. Pendleton.
There you go, Douglas. Douglas Pendleton. It says on Douglas.
What?
It's the full name.
What can I say, Mr. Pendleton? I was
Yeah.
showing him a little
No,
respect.
I'm just saying, yeah.
Now he's taking a picture of the camera.
He said shut up. He told you to shut up.
Did he? I can't even see his face.
Yeah, he said shut up.
Oh, wow.
It's fucked up, man.
Well, I can just turn his headphones
So do you have
off,
any
too,
questions
so-
or anything like that, or do you feel like I covered the majority of it?
No, you covered it.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. So what do you got for
Unless
this
you
one?
want to say what this Oliva thing is that you hinted at with Mr.
I'll say no fucking thing.
No, I just threw all the stories on the floor. I get nothing over there.
All right. Well, listener of the week.
Listener of the week was Romatron, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think we could do like a double there. We can
double?
do
You have two of
Romatron and Douglas
All right.
Pendleton.
Oh, well, hold on. Let's get to the gong. We're going to go this way for the gong. Episode 233, listener of the week is Romatron and Douglas Pendleton.
Mr. Pendleton.
Mr. Pendleton. No, I hate you. I always hate you. Congratulations,
Always
gentlemen.
hate
Do you have a shop of the week, Michael?
Shop of the week. I think the last shipment went out to Caribbean Cigars. My boy Alan.
Oh, Alan down south.
Yeah.
So you make him shop of the week?
Yes.
Episode 233, shop of the week, Caribbean Cigars down in South Florida.
There you go.
All right.
Anything else?
No, we're at 45 minutes. I feel good.
Perfect. Not quite Pedro time, but a lot of good content on this one.
An exclusive interview.
An exclusive Matt Booth interview.
Exclusive Matt Booth interview. That's our second exclusive.
We're just over here crushing.
That's right.
That's right.
Fuck all you other shows.
Yeah.
Kiss my ass. Oh, Mad Tie's trying to get us for copyright infringement for using their press release.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I changed it 20%, Matt. It's fine.
Good luck with that.
The law is 20%.
Good luck, Matt.
Good luck.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Fuck with our pots and pans?
Right, exactly. There's our pans.
Yeah,
Come get them.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe that's why he said the pots and pans. That was funny. Now, nobody can fuck with your pots and pans. I sent them to you.
Yep.
Thank you,
Official
Ramadan.
pans.
We have our official pans. Now they have to be out all the time. Now they're funny.
No, you got to use them for cooking.
Oh. All right, guys, we're going to go. It's been episode 233. Patreon today? We're doing Patreon?
Yeah, man.
Oh, Patreon today. All right, guys, we got to go. Thank you very much. Oh, we got to go. Thank you very much. Bye. Phil, I'll say goodbye. He's turning your camera. He's pointing.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
This has been a Cigar Hustlers podcast, a Mike and Mike production. Be sure to listen every Tuesday at 10 a.m. for all new episodes.
Hi, I'm Husto Iroa.
Yeah, we just don't have to do a single podcast ever again.
Perfect.
Ever.
I'm good, Mike and Mike. How are you guys doing?
The Hojo,
Hojo! It's the Hojo!
the moderator.
You didn't even let him fuck it up all the way.
I gotta get past Hojo! Go on.
I don't even have to try to hit the record. He's not even trying. We're gonna cover a lot of ground here, Mike. All right. Try to keep up.
That's a sign of a good podcast.
Maybe like 4 cigars when I walked in the door.
All right, end this.
Mike squared.